Hello, I'm David O'Shaughnessy, and I'm the auctioneer for the California Asian Art Auction Gallery. And we're very proud to be able to present this series of fine Chinese Buddhist stone carvings that come to us from the Little Meditation Retreat collection. The Little Meditation Retreat is the name of the collector's studio in New York. This owner has been collecting Chinese antiques for over 4 decades. We're really proud to be able to highlight this special offering, lot number 1055, a Chinese archaic Buddhist head. It dates back to the Tang Dynasty, and we're so excited about it that we're going to do a separate video where we get into more depth about its virtues. All of these stone carvings will be offered up at the first day of our upcoming auction on Saturday, October the 14th. We look forward to working with you here in El Monte, online, or via telephone. One of the highlights of our upcoming auction on Saturday, October 14th is lot number 1055, this magnificent Chinese carved archaic stone Buddha head that dates back to the Tang Dynasty. The face is carved in full frontal view with prominently drooping eyes, a small mouth, and a delicate brow. The entire piece is elegantly mounted on a stand. The coiled war hairstyle on this Buddha head is similar in style to those from the Tang Dynasty, and there's a similar example in the collection of the Asian Art Museum in San Francisco, previously part of the Avery Brundage collection, also dating back to the Tang Dynasty and originating from the Longmen Grottos. Also coming to us from the Little Retreat Meditation collection is this gorgeous Jadeite carved Guan figure. The carving depicts a female deity, and in her right hand she's holding a vase, and up from the vase is emanating smoke, which is supporting a small phoenix. On the right of the carving is a small attendant who is gracefully holding his hands together in respect. The Jadeite carving was acquired by the Little Meditation Retreat from Marley Rabstinet, Asian Works of Art Incorporated, in the early 2000s. A similar pair of Jadeite Guan figures is in the collection of the Lizardo Museum of Lapidary Art in Chicago. Right. This finely cast figure of Tsongkhapa was made during the reign of the Emperor Kangxi, who is a devout follower of Tibetan Buddhism. Figures in the group were made in an array of sizes and portray Tsongkhapa seated on a double lotus base. Such portrayals are characteristic of imagery used by Tibetans. The current figure is probably from the same set as other well-cast gilt bronze figures of Tsongkhapa recorded in museum collections, including one in the Qing Court collection, now in the Palace Museum in Beijing. We're excited to present this large Famille Rose relief 18 arhats pair of vases. The vases come to us from the Talley family collection from Brentwood, California. The vases are decorated with panoramic views of arhats in various expressions and movements. The fine relief craftsmanship was a pinnacle of creation of the Chinese porcelain industry in the mid-Qing Dynasty. This practice was influenced by traditional Chinese stone and bamboo carvings. It was also related to the influx of Western sculptures into the Qing palace. There is no second example of Famille Rose relief molded vases similar to this pair. A very rare and fine example of mid-Qing Dynasty Famille Rose porcelain. We're excited to present at our upcoming auction a collection of just exquisite Chinese white jade offerings. Take a look here. We've got this just beautiful Chinese washer. It's got a young boy depicted on one side, and carved on the front is a dragon head with carp on both side handle. We can start by focusing on taking a closer look at this just very beautiful white jade carved washer. On the back of the washer, a young boy is depicted, while on the front side we have a dragon head carp, both of them forming to make the side handles of the washer. We can move on to just a unique piece here in this white jade carved finger citron. Very unique offering here. This one here is just magnificent. We've got this beautiful white jade and reticulated incense burner. It's decorated with figures that are in a mountain landscape, just very delicate, beautiful, and graceful. We can move on. We've got a white jade elephant carved with a young boy on its back, and the young boy's holding a bowl. Just a magnificent offering here. We've got this phoenix that is delicately, gracefully carved. The phoenix is holding in its mouth a peach stem, which signifies blessing and longevity. Very cute white jade carved dog here. And we've got a trio of finely polished carved white jade rams together. This is a very special offering. A very delicately, magnificently, just beautifully carved table screen here. It's carved on both sides, and both sides depict scenes from Red Cliff. Just magnificent. Last but not least, we've got a white jade vase and a cover here. The California Asian Art Auction is privileged to present a group of archaic bronzes coming to us from various collectors from across the United States. The vessel is cast with a band featuring pairs of stylized confronted dragons, each centering on a small raised animal head in high relief, set with a pair of loop handles springing from the deer's heads below the lipped rim, the foot with the similar band of dragons divided by raised flanges. There is a 5-character inscription inside the bronze, which is interpreted by Mr. Wang Tao, curator of Chinese art and Pritzker Chair at the Art Institute of Chicago, as an emblem of a powerful clan from that time. Similar inscriptions with this emblem on bronzes unearthed were found in Henan, Shandong, and Beijing. This underscores the far-reaching activities and significance of the clan, spanning from the late Qing Dynasty to the early Western Zhou Dynasty. This exquisite collection of snuff bottles are from a private collection here in Los Angeles. According to the owner, they were unearthed from a site in Beijing before the 1950s. This group of snuff bottles all date to the 18th century. This particular overlay glass is covered in 2 layers. The outermost is white, and the over the green glass on a pink glass ground. The subject depicts the cycle of silkworms from cocoon to caterpillar and a moth.
Okay.
This very rare handscroll painting is by the artist Puru, with a frontispiece and a colophon by one of the most renowned artists of the 20th century, Zhang. This miniature handscroll, measuring a mere 2 inches wide, comes from a prominent paintings and calligraphies collection in San Francisco. Puru was a traditional Chinese painter and calligrapher and cousin of Pu Yi, the last emperor of China. Among his extensive works, these miniature handscrolls are particularly esteemed and often considered some of his most valuable masterpieces. Also coming to us from the Little Meditation Retreat collection is this fascinating piece, a scroll hanging hook made from Wong Kali wood, known for its unique and attractive grains, often referred to as ghost faces. At the bottom of the hook, there's a carving that reads Xian Chao Tang, which is the name of C.C. Wang's studio. Mr. C.C. Wang was a prominent collector of classical Chinese paintings during the 20th century and had the largest collection of such outside of China. He lived in New York in the 1990s. The owner of Little Meditation Retreat was a student at that time, and this scroll hanging hook was given as a gift to the owner of the Little Meditation Retreat.